As we head into another school year, many of us are feeling that mix of excitement and apprehension. For parents, it's the image of our kids sharpening their pencils or charging their laptops or packing their backpacks and stepping into a new classroom. For students, it's the thrill or sometimes the dread of new teachers and new subjects and new friends. But for us as Jews, and especially as proud Zionist Jews today, this carries a very different kind of weight. We don't just send our kids to learn math, science, and history. We send them carrying an identity. And it's an identity that will be tested, questioned, and sometimes attacked this year. So let's not sugarcoat it. Anti-Semitism in schools today is real. It's present and it's growing. Kids are hearing slurs in the hallways. Teachers skip over Israel in their lessons, or worse, rewrite history to erase us entirely. And parents, we are left scrambling. How do you explain to a child that their very identity is being put on trial in a classroom that is supposed to be safe? We can't pretend this isn't happening. But here's the thing. Jewish history has never been written by people who looked away. We name the challenge, we face it, and then we rise to meet it. So what do? First, we prepare. Just like you wouldn't send your kid into a hockey game without skates or a helmet, you don't send them into the school year without the tools they need. That means, 1, teach them their story. The full story, not the watered down version, but from Abraham to Herzl to today. 2, give them language. Short, confident sentences they can use to stand strong against lies and bias. And here, I'll give you some. I'm proud to be Jewish. Or, Zionism is just the belief that the Jewish people have a right to live in their homeland. Or, my connection to Israel is part of who I am. Or, being Jewish and being a Zionist are not things that I will apologize for. Or, the Jewish people have lived in Israel for over 3,000 years. Or, Zionism is about Jewish self-determination and not about hating anyone else. Or they can say, that's not true, and it's anti-Semitic. Or, you don't get to define my identity for me. Or, you don't get to define what is anti-Semitism for me. Or, we can disagree about politics, but don't attack my people. Or even, I don't need your approval to be Jewish or Zionist. And even, I know my history. Do you know yours? 3, show them how to report. Not as tattling, but as dignity or as self-respect. And most of all, let them see you do it. Let them see you advocate. Let them see you stand tall. Because more than what you say, it's what you model that becomes their armor. Now, every year when I watch my kids sling on their backpacks, I think of our ancestors, my grandparents and great-parents, how many generations of Jews longed for this simple moment, the freedom to send their kids to school openly, proudly, as Jews. My grandparents, my great-grandparents, and yours. They didn't always have this luxury, but they carried the chain forward, and now it is in our hands. This isn't just another school year. This is your stretch of the relay race, and the baton of Jewish identity is in your hands. And our job is to run this stretch with strength and pride before we pass it on to the next generation. Here's a truth we need to say out loud. Zionism is not just politics. It's not a party platform. It's not up for cancellation on social media. Zionism is life. It's our history. It's our survival. It's the rebirth of our people in our ancestral land. So when your child walks into school and says, I am a Zionist, what they're really saying is, I belong to a people that has never quit. Not in Egypt, not in Babylon, not in Spain, not in Europe, not on the grounds of Auschwitz, and not on the grounds of the Nova Festival. Not now. That's not arrogance. It's resilience, and it's strength. And yeah, schools will stumble. Teachers will say the wrong thing, and administrators are going to issue statements instead of solutions, and they are going to be infuriating. But when that happens, our job as parents is not to shrug. Our job is to push and ask hard questions, to demand that anti-Semitism be treated with the same seriousness as every other hatred. Sometimes, yeah, that means being the parent that the school doesn't love hearing from, and so be it. Better that than raising a child who thinks that silence is safer than pride. But here's the other truth. We can't do this alone. Parents need other parents, and students need other students. Community is not optional. Community is oxygen. When you stand alone, you feel weak. When you stand together, you feel unstoppable. So find your network, build it, and use it. And don't just defend, create. Start a Jewish student club, host a Shabbat dinner, bring someone to your home to teach you and your kids about something you may not know about Israel or Judaism. Make Jewish life not something that you hide, but something that you seek, something that you can make shine. So here we are. A new school year starts tomorrow, another chance to write our story. Parents and students, this is just not the year to whisper. It's not the year to hide your Magen David necklace. This is not the year to apologize for being who you are. This is the year to stand taller. This is the year to walk into classrooms and hallways knowing that you are part of a story that began thousands of years ago and will outlast anything that is thrown at it. So this year, go back to school proud, go back to school prepared, and go back to school strong. Because when you do, you're not just defending against anti-Semitism, you are building the future of the Jewish people. And that is the kind of homework that is worth doing. Have a great return to school.